guys, and welcome back to the Fit Over 40 project. This is phase 3. You made it this far, so congrats. Hopefully you guys are feeling great, muscles are feeling good, and are ready to step it up to the next level. So phase 3, we're going to work on a couple different concepts. The first one is going to be focusing on time under tension. So instead of using a typical rep range of 10 to 12, we're going to focus on time under tension. So day 1 today, we're going to focus on achieving 30 seconds. So it's really good for just focusing on internally developing mind-muscle connection. We're going to layer that in with a second concept with double contraction. So it's a way of just, again, fatiguing the muscle without focusing on adding external load. Key to lifting weights for a long period of time, which is, again, a big secret to longevity, is being able to do resistance training for a long period of time, is sparing our joints. So we really want to focus on mentally connecting with the muscle, not so much worried about the external load that we're lifting, okay? So we have 8 exercises today. We will walk you through all of them. The first 6 involve the double contraction technique, which we will go through as well. And remember, we always want to start off with our mobility concept. So remember, we're going to alternate between our squat hold, we're going to alternate between our couch stretch, and then our T-spine mobility. So we're evening out our mobility practice throughout our body, and hopefully we're getting in those in several times a week. Okay, so let's get started with phase 3. Okay, so welcome to our M2, our muscle component, the resistance training component. So like we mentioned before, we were doing double contraction method, and we're focusing on just time under tension. So we're going to do 30 seconds time under tension with our day 1 here. So the first exercise we are going to do is a squat pattern. Sylvia's going to do with a dumbbell. I'm going to do with a band. So I'm going to get set up in position in my Zercher. So I'm stepping on the band, tucking the elbows under the band, and so we're both starting at the top. So when we were doing a double contraction, we could do a double contraction at the top or the bottom. We are going to do it at the bottom because there's just a lot more value into it from a mobility standpoint to do the double contraction at the bottom. So how it's going to work is we're going to come all the way down. Okay, we're going to come up, say halfway, that's the double contraction, back down again, and complete the rep. Squeeze the glutes, all the way down, double contraction, and up we go. Squeeze the glutes, and one more. All the way down, double contraction, and there we go. So that is your squat pattern, the double contraction for 30 seconds. Next one we're going to do, a row pattern. We're both going to do a bent over position. She's going to do with the dumbbells, and I'm going to do with the band. So we are going to get into our position, so toes straight ahead. We're going to hinge the hips, neutral spine, brace the core, and we're going to come up. So we're going to elbows all the way, a little bit down, and then we're going to go back up. That's the double contraction. All the way down, all the way up, a little bit down, back up, double contraction, and we'll do one more. So all the way up, a little bit down, back up, and there you go, bent over row, double contraction. Okay, next up is chest. We have chest press. So what we have a band, and all we need is a low anchor point. So I'm just gonna get positioned here, I'm gonna sit into my feet, right? And basically, I'm just doing a chest press, so I'm gonna press, and I'm going to come back and then double contraction, really focus on squeezing my chest. So all the way back down, squeeze, double contraction, like so. So that would be our double contraction chest press, but of course we don't have a band, or we even want to train our chest with push-ups, so we do the same concept. So we're going to come all the way down, double contraction at the bottom, and then press. All the way down, double contraction at the bottom, back down, and then press. So we have 2 options for chest. Next up is our lunge pattern. So double contraction on the lunge, we're going to do a double contraction at the bottom. So I'm going to do the Zercher lunge with a band. So he's using the dumbbells. So in a position, making sure the front foot, the heel stays down. So we're going to come all the way down, a little bit up, back down, and all the way up. And that's 1 rep. All the way down, a little bit up, back down. Good. And we may as well get one more in. All the way down, back up, and like so. Biceps is next. So Celia's again going to stick with the dumbbells. I'm going to do the band. We're just going to change up subtly. So Celia's going to do a supinated grip, and I'm going to do more of a hammer position. So thumbs up to the ceiling. So stepping on the band, Celia's getting ready as well, and basically setting the shoulders. Okay, we're going to come up for a full rep, a little bit down, double contraction at the top, and all the way back down. So all the way up, double contraction, back down, final one, all the way up, double contraction, and back down. Okay, triceps, we have our tricep pushdowns, a little bit improvisation, but basically I'm just replicating a door frame or something with a high anchor point. So Celia's on her knees, and I'm just going to hold the band. And just like you might have done at the gym before, we're just doing our tricep push down. So I'm going to hold, and she's going to press down, and then a little bit up, and then back down. That's her double contraction, all the way up. Right, 2, elbows are in, chest is out as she presses. 1 more, all the way down, a little bit up, back down, and there you go. But the big thing, guys, is keeping your alignment. You're not hunching your backing, just chest out, especially at the bottom position when you press. Okay, next one up here, we are doing the peel-off press, a bit of improvisation. We are actually going to do, if you're working with a partner, you guys can work with each other. We basically just need a band, and it's basically challenging the lateral musculature of our core, resisting rotation basically. So what the best thing about this is that it's relatively low risk for the spine, because basically our spine is not moving, right? So basically you want to start with feet hip width apart, slight bending knees, so like an athletic stance, right? And we're going to set our shoulders. And obviously, so we're going to hold the band at our chest, and we're just going to press out and hold. So obviously the more resistance we have, so if I step a bit further away, the more challenging it is for both of us. But the idea is we're resisting rotation, right? Because we want to whip this way, but we're countering that with our core. So we're just holding like this, okay? And then obviously to hit the other side, we could just flip sides. So you're getting both sides of the core. So that is your peel-off press hold. So our last exercise is a core exercise, and it's a new one for you guys. So it's the hollow body hold. I really like this for training the anterior portion of the core. And again, I would consider this relatively low risk for any back issues. So I'll show you a couple of versions. The easiest version is we just lie down naturally on the floor, and you'll notice we have a natural kind of curve to our spine. We want to kind of press that down into the ground, okay? So from this position, you just basically, with my feet on the ground, okay, I just lift my shoulder blades off the ground. So that's one version. A little bit harder is if I lift my feet off the ground. And then the next hardest version is I literally extend my feet and I kind of reach for my kneecaps. And the thing is, you basically want to have neutral position for your neck. So I would say you're looking at the ceiling versus at your toes like this. And just holding like so. That would be your progressions and regressions for a hollow body hold. Okay, on to M3, our movement series, where basically the priority now is to get that heart rate elevated, to get some cardio in, and there's no better exercise to do than our thrusters. So we're going to go over that, but basically it's a squat to press. So full body exercise is going to get up the heart rate pretty quickly, and we're going to use the every minute on the minute method to do so. Okay, so we're going to go for 5 reps on the top of each minute. And here we go. Are we ready? Okay, so we're both in our squat position, so we're going to do a full squat down, all the way down, and then as we come up, we can press at the same time. So all the way down, up, press 2, all the way down, 3, 2 more, 4, and 5. There we go. Okay, so the remaining time, we look at your time. You have about 35 seconds left. You can shake it out, walk it off, maybe review your technique, especially if you're watching a video or you're working with a partner, so that when we go ready for the next set, that we're really mindful about what we're doing and keeping good quality reps. Okay, so do as many rounds as you find suitable. I recommend 5 to 10 rounds. So the microdose this week, guys, is to get it in play. It might sound a bit strange, but there's actually a lot of research supporting its value. So one of the reasons is a lot of us treat exercise as something we need to check off our to-do list, like more of a chore. So the whole point of it from a physical aspect is to enjoy moving our bodies, right? Second thing is a mental component. So especially when you watch children play, they're completely immersed and focused, and they're completely present for what they're doing. So from as an adult, we can all speak for, it's hard for us to be centered in what we're doing because we have so much stuff going on. But when we play or choose some things that are interactive, whether it's our kids or our dog, it's a way of just creating peace internally, just our mind is completely present. So that's why we're choosing to play this week. So just think of a game or any kind of thing that's fun to you to move your body, okay? So the play for us today is we have this 30-foot leash that we thought Lupe, our special little boxer here, would run around and give her some freedom, stretch her legs out, but she instead turns it into a tug of war. So let's see it in action. Ready, turkey? Come on, let's go, come on.